Hey everybody, it's Frank Andrews. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to do a short video today on personal empowerment. It's kind of a little sample of what you get when you come work with me in the empowerment coaching program. Like I said, I'm Frank Andrews. You're watching me right now on Frank Andrews TV, and it is Saturday, October 14th, 2015, and just relax and enjoy this video. Hopefully you've subscribed already. If not, you can subscribe now, and you'll receive the videos as I put them out, and I'm going to be posting regularly. So you may want to do that to get a lot of good free information. If you're interested in investing in yourself and feeding your mind, then I would definitely subscribe now. So what I want to do first of all is just tell you a little bit about myself. And really my story started about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And I'm just here to tell you that I was in a bad place. I dealt with the coming from low income, and when you're in that environment, you get into all kinds of trouble. And believe me, I've got into plenty of trouble in my younger days. I've done everything you can imagine, and I just want you. I'm not telling you this for any other reason than to let you know that if I can make a change, then you definitely can too. Okay, like I said, my story started about 4 or 5 years ago, and I just finally realized that to have anything, you have to invest in yourself. You have a decision to make. You can either have stuff or not have stuff, but it's your decision to make. And I'm going to tell you right now, one of the best things that I ever learned was that everything starts in your mind. I mean, you literally create the world around you. A lot of people think that your mind is processing what's coming into you, and some of that's true, but on a deeper level, you're really actually projecting everything out around you. And I know that's a bit esoteric, and I'm not going to go too much into that. I'm going to try and keep it practical for you. And so let me stick to the story because I digress. Okay, so 4 years ago, I started studying the the wealthiest people in the world, and I'm gonna tell you, Think and Grow Rich was one of the first books I read, and it had a dramatic impact on my life. And basically, it's the law of attraction. And if you haven't seen my law of attraction video, the missing secret to the law of attraction, I definitely suggest that you watch it, and you can quickly and easily watch it. It's in the videos on this channel. And so, once I began to understand that, it all starts in your mind, you have to, guard and be very selective of what you put in your mind. So I started studying the wealthiest people in the world, and I figured if I learned what they learned, then I could do what they did. And the common thread that ran through all of them was, your thoughts are things, and they create your reality. What you focus on expands. So I started doing that, and everything was kind of going good. And then, I guess karma caught up, or I don't know what it was, but I got married, had a couple kids. It was the love of my life. I love my kids, and we were doing pretty well. I got out of the old lifestyle, and I actually started a couple small businesses and saw some moderate success with those. And everything was kind of going good. And then all of a sudden, my wife, she got in some trouble, and she ended up going to prison. And there's no reason she should have went to prison, but she did. And and then shortly after that, I went to prison. And it was a rough experience, horrible experience, but it taught me so much. And at this point, now that it's over, I'm glad that it happened, because I learned a lot. I had a lot of time to be to myself. And actually, at one point, I did 6 months in solitary confinement, like one little box for 6 months. And, I had a lot of real big breakthroughs at that point. And at that time I was studying, it was kind of my hobby. I studied all the different religions and ancient knowledge. That's what I was into at that time. And, I had some real profound experiences, and it was a changing point. The biggest breakthrough that I had was that it was really up to me. A lot of people, they blame their circumstances on their environment or the people they're around, and to some extent the people you are around do affect you, because it's pretty common knowledge that your income is going to be within 20% of your five closest friends. So that's definitely something that you may want to consider. But in the end, you have control. And like I said, you can either have stuff or not have stuff. You can be happy or you can not be happy. But the choice is yours to make. It's very important that you guard your mind and monitor and be aware of what you put in your mind, because everything that you put in your mind eventually comes out and you see it in the world. And just because you have a setback doesn't mean anything. I'll tell you, for example, I told you that I went to prison, and what I didn't tell you was, I had been studying, and I actually wrote a book. I was almost done with this book. It took me so long. It took me about 2 years. It was awesome. It was called Money Making Mindset, and it just had all this wealth of knowledge in it. And when I ended up going to jail, prison, you go to jail first in prison. I had my book on me in my property, and they took it, and they transferred me, and they got lost. They lost my book. It was like my life's work, and it kind of crushed me for a minute. And I didn't know if I wanted to do this anymore. I knew I wanted to help people, and I realized that was a way I could help a lot of people. And also I did it for myself, because teaching is actually the best way to learn. So I wrote this book, and so that got lost, and it kind of crushed me. So and that's when I actually created the beast mode hypnosis system, as well as revamped my whole empowerment coaching system. And honestly, it was one of the better things that happened to me, because the book was good, but it helped me, just helped me elevate to another level. And it helped me step my game up. And so I'm grateful for it, but it crushed me at the time. So just because you work hard and it doesn't work out doesn't mean that you should give up. In fact, it just means that you should try even harder, because there's better things on the way for you. So once you realize that it's important to guard your mind, and you start being aware of what you put into it, the first thing is you're probably going to stop watching TV, because once you realize what it is, the messages they're feeding you, it's insane. Like, especially when conversational hypnosis, a lot of people don't realize, like, the news is just loaded. It's a conversational hypnosis show. They're literally programming your mind. And unlike the news, when you watch my videos, I literally reprogram your mind for success. And you don't even have to do anything. You just have to look at my beautiful face and listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth while you're on your device, your electronic device, watching me. And you just absorb all the information, and it literally reprograms your mind. Now, the first thing that I teach my students, when you come, like, for example, when you come work with me in the beast mode hypnosis system, and I teach you conversational hypnosis, the first session is actually all about state control. I mean, hypnosis basically is all about state control. And what you'll find out is that how you feel inside literally affects the world around you. I mean, it has to do with vibration and frequency, and a lot of people think that's an esoteric thing, but I'm telling you, it's science, it's quantum physics, and it's the laws of the universe. It's not really esoteric. I mean, so just start to understand that how you feel inside affects the world around you. And once you just start to understand that, you'll notice little things, and it'll all start adding up. It's a process, but it'll start adding up for you. State control is very important. And actually, the thing about state control is it's being in control of your emotions. And the best way to be in control of your emotions is actually your physiology, the way that you hold yourself. You can actually be in a power pose. Like, think of a time right now that you knew that you wanted something. You made a plan to get it, and then you got it. You nailed it, and you got that. Just imagine right now how you felt. Imagine how you were standing. Imagine how you were breathing. And if you actually stand in that position, breathe the way you were breathing, you will actually go back into that state. And once you start to understand that, you can realize that you can go into any state you want at any time, and those states that you go into literally affect the world around you. And I know it's a lot to take in right now, and we'll go even deeper into it a little bit later. But I just wanted to point that out, and also understand that emotions are extremely important. You have to be in control of your emotions, or your emotions will be in control of you. Once you start to become in control of your emotions, you start to become a cause that leads to effects. But when your emotions are in control of you, your mood and how you feel is basically an effect of a cause that you're not in control of. So once you make that shift, then a lot of more positive things will happen for you. And the last thing I want to touch on state control, and also why it is so very important, is because it deals with emotions, and emotions are literally the language of the universe. That's what a lot of people don't understand, why they think, the law of attraction doesn't work, because they say they're affirmations. And, if you don't know what an affirmation is, it's like a saying, I am a millionaire. Most people know what affirmations are. And the problem with that is, you say, I am a millionaire, but in the back of your mind, you have a doubt, and you're like, no, I'm not. And you feel that emotion. And so it can have the reverse effect. But once you actually tune in and get on the same frequency with the emotions that you want to attract in your life, because see, it's like a computer program, and if you're feeling bad and negative, then the universe is actually going to give you more of that because it thinks that's what you like. But when you learn to put yourself in a positive, productive, and focused state, you draw more of that to you. I actually believe that emotions is the language of prayer. I think that's how I pray to my God. And I'm not gonna preach or get into religions. Everybody has their own religions, and I think they're all good. But I use emotions to talk to my God. And so the next thing is the nervous system. When you want to create change in your life, once you get the mind down pat, the next thing is to understand the nervous system. The nervous system is the most powerful organic antenna short of nothing. I mean, it not only does it pick up the vibrations coming in, it puts them out. And the nervous system basically just processes information. They say that you can only process 7 plus or minus 2 bits of information at any one given time. And I mean, you got to understand that there are millions of bits of information coming in at you right now. Wherever you're sitting right now, there's millions of bits of information coming in. And if your mind and your nervous system had to take all that in, you would probably go insane. Now, the thing is, what you focus on, what you're focused on, your nervous system will filter out everything else, and you will see that those bits of information in your life, they're always there, but you'll actually see them now. They say they had 100 people in a room, and they asked, how many people feel lucky, and there was about 30 people that said that they know they're lucky, and then the other 70% said, oh, they always have bad luck, this and that. So they put $100 bill on the floor outside the door of the room, and they had the people walk out one at a time. And I think it was like 28 of the 30 people that said they were lucky seen the $100 bill on the floor. And I think out of the 70 that said they were unlucky, actually only like 10 or 15 seen the $100 bill on the floor. So it's really important to understand that what you focus on, you will see in your life. So, that's just kind of a little teaser. You'll get more when you come work with me on the nervous system, because I'm real big on the mind, the nervous system, and then also communication. Because whether you realize it or not, you're always communicating. If you're not communicating with someone else, you're communicating with yourself. And the way that you talk to yourself determines a lot. I mean, whether it's in your head or out loud, you're always talking to yourself. You're always having a conversation with yourself. And you can actually use the skills and tools that I teach in the beast mode hypnosis. And actually, when they become the most powerful is when you start using it on yourself. And, that's something you'll learn when you come work with me. But, I'm not going to go into the beast mode hypnosis because I've started, to feel that it's really not for everybody. And, you got to be real careful because beast mode hypnosis, the system that I created, is extremely powerful. And in the hands of the wrong people, it can be extremely dangerous because, it's powerful and it works. And it works, dramatic effects happen when you use the system that I created. It's unbelievable and it's amazing. And it's a great thing, but not everybody's ready for it. But just understand that communication is key. We're pack animals, and we thrive off of communication. So if you're going to do anything good in business and life and love, you need to become an expert communicator, and you need to find a good teacher that can help you in that area, whether it be me or someone else. It doesn't matter, because becoming a powerful communicator is one of the if I could pick 3 superpowers, it would probably be to read faster, to become a better communicator, and to take action right now, all the time, because those are the 3 most important things that you need to learn. And once you start working on yourself, a lot of people do it through spirituality, and that's good, and I've done that, and I do that still. I do yoga, I meditate, I do all of that, but everybody's got a different path, so I try not to go too deep into spirituality. But I will say that you definitely need to know yourself. You want to seek God, and you want to know yourself. So, that's something to do on your own, because I don't think there's anybody that can actually lead you to God. You have to find them yourself. So that's something you need to do, and I don't think it's even possible to do that completely until you master freedom. Having the money and the time. Because, money is energy and money is important, but the real wealth is time. I mean, you can always make more money, but you can't always make more time. So understand that when you are trying to be successful and you're trying to gain wealth, understand that time is almost more important than having a lot of money. I mean, they're both important, and they're both very important. But time, once you learn about time and understand it, you'll know that it's one of the most valuable things that we have. So you got to guard your time. Guard your time. Uh, and so, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to take up any more of your time today. I just wanted to give you a little short demonstration. I woke up real early this morning. I couldn't sleep, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a little empowerment session, free session. You can come work with me on Skype or in person if you're in the Florida area. I live in Florida, Fort Pierce. So if you can get down this way, we can do some personal sessions, and that's obviously the best way. But if not, we can Skype, and I do a lot of things. I can teach you the beast mode hypnosis system. We can just do empowerment coaching for you. Once a week, once a month, whatever you feel like you need. Um, and I'm also an online marketing coach. I've been doing online marketing now for a little less than a year, and that's one of the best ways that I've learned so far to free up my time and earn a lot of money. And you can come work with me, be on my team, and I'll show you how to completely set up your business. I'll get you started for free. I mean, completely set up and started for free. You can do it today. You can contact me today and have an online business by tonight if you take massive action. And then a little later on, once you have that going, and I mean, you can make money. You can make some decent money, but once you get that going, I definitely suggest that you get on my Empower Network team, because then not only do you have me, but you have a massive team of experts and resources at your disposal, and it's very cheap. You can test it out for 2 months for like $7. You know what I mean? So I set you up for free. And if you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter, because that actually, in each email that you get, I'm going to give you a free hypnosis training, because hypnosis is extremely important in advertising, and that's what you're basically doing, is advertising and collecting emails and sending them through your sales funnel. So you definitely need to be a good communicator. One of my specialties is copywriting and subliminal advertising, and that's one of the advantages to coming to work with me that you won't get with a lot of other people, and it's key, it's crucial in the business, the online business. So like I said, sign up for the newsletter, or just contact me. It's andrewsenterprises28@gmail.com. You can email to me today and have you an online business started by tomorrow. Or if you're a little shy and you don't know if you're really into it or not, just sign up for the newsletter, and you'll get an email every couple days from me. And like I said, you get free conversational hypnosis training. You get a free a tool, and you actually, if you open up all the emails, you'll have an online business in like a week. The free tools, I mean, you don't even have to go look for them. You click a button, you sign up, bam, there it is. And once you do that and you feel comfortable, you can contact me and I'll help you. I'll give you all the little tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. And we can move forward together, and we'll get you making some money, so that you can work on yourself more, have more time to really get to know yourself, because it's important. So if you, like me, are ready to make some money, come contact me, sign up for the email list, and I'll get you on your way today. So by now you know that I'm here to help you, and I know that you, like me, are you're investing in yourself because you're watching me right now, and uh, like me, you're probably ready to make more money. I'm gonna help you do that too. So if you haven't by now signed up for the newsletter, sign up. It's awesome, and you'll get everything you need. Sign up for the newsletter, and I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Matter of fact, make it a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.